Good morning and welcome back to Tabletop Tuesday on Gaming with ADHD. Today we are continuing our unboxing of the Infinity Defiance Kickstarter rewards, and today I'm going to look at four different things. They are basically the add-ons. The first thing that I have here on the screen is the collector's box, which has additional miniatures and will be used for storage of the game. We're also going to look at the Megalodron, the Scenery Pack, and the Platinum Exclusive Figures Pack. But before we get started with that, I would appreciate it if you went ahead and subscribed to the channel. I'm trying to get all sorts of content out, from role-playing games to card games to miniatures games, and I would absolutely love it if you came along while I make these videos. I've got a bunch of different things to show, and I've been having an absolute blast doing so. And also, I would recommend that you do turn on the notification bell as well, because what I've been doing since I received Defiance is actually doing some live streams where I assemble the figures and get some close-up shots of the figures so that you can get an idea of what they look like in detail. You can also watch somebody who is not necessarily a professional modeler or painter working on the models. And so if that interests you, I would absolutely love it if you came over and made fun of me in chat or whatever it is that you want to do. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into what we have to unbox today. So the first thing is the collector's box. This is a bit of a beast in and of itself. It is a little bit thicker than the core box, but not by much. As you can see, it does come with 29 additional miniatures in it. This is things like the alternate sculpts for the main characters, additional antagonist models, so the combined army models that you are actually fighting against. In the base game, they just gave you one copy of each. This actually gets you some extra models as well. So, overall, I mean, the box is really nice. The art on it is great. Corvus Belli literally does quality as far as all of their art is concerned. And so when we open it up, we've got a nice piece of top foam. This is just a standard charcoal gray foam. Pretty lightweight, so it's going to be nice and soft for your miniatures. Now, keep in mind, with this kind of foam, there is still a little bit of texture to it. So after you paint your models, do make sure you put some sort of a sealant on them. That way, if they rub up against... getting the hiccups all of a sudden. If they do rub up against the foam, it won't really damage them in any way. Overall, I mean, I've purchased this from a variety of companies over the years, so it's perfectly fine for storing your models. Just a couple of things you'll want to keep in mind. Now, it does come with two trays, so we've got one here and one in the bottom, which have all of the models in them. Before I look at the models, I do want to actually talk about the foam. There are a couple issues I have. So you can see right here, this bottom piece of foam. It's made of the same material as the tray itself. And the problem with that is that, especially when you get some models in it, it can be a bit more flexible. Now, they've actually done a good job of making sure that there's some nice heavier glue along the bottom, but because it's the same kind of foam, it doesn't adhere as well as it could. So just be careful with it. I definitely recommend that you use two hands whenever possible to hold it. Definitely hold it from the bottom, because it can and it will separate, especially once you get this thing full of a bunch of metal models. But overall, they've given you lots of spaces for the bots, for the characters, a couple of spots for some larger models, which I'm not entirely sure how many we get in this. Let's see. So, but overall, I mean, the miniatures themselves are just as good as other Corvus Belli models. It's like we've got this guy, which I don't know what he is off the top of my head, but I can look it up. But he's one of the combined army models. I'll go into more detail when I'm doing the assembly. And obviously I've got to figure out, make sure that all the parts are in there and whatnot. But, overall, pretty basic packaging. The trays are identical, so you're not seeing, they're not completely customized, so I'll be very curious to see how well the models sit in the trays once I've got them all assembled. But other than that, it's a box and it's for storage. I like that they gave it. I would have absolutely purchased it had they made it separate. But other than that, not too much special. Let's see here. So next, the other big thing for the Kickstarter was towards the end when they announced the Megalodron. Now, the neat thing about this model is it's essentially a piece of the game board in and of itself. It's an extremely large model. I believe that to date, this is the largest model that Corvus Belli has made. So it does come in a tray. I like that they actually gave a cover so that it does stay in place. And it's in 2 pieces that just stick together. Now, the cards for the Megalodron were not in this box. If you're buying this on the secondary market, you're going to want to make sure that that you do get the cards for it. The cards were included in the core set box. So just keep that in mind. But overall, the detail on this is absolutely amazing. So we've got 4 legs, 2 arms. I'm going to take the top back off. Actually, wow, we've got 4 arms. We've got some extra arms here in the front. But yeah, just so we can get a little bit extra detail on this. Looks like it's standing on top of a tag or some heavy infantry armor. But then it also looks like it's got some foliage, of all sizes. Got some big plants, little flowers. Overall, that's really nice. I really like that. And a close-up on the torso. Yeah, this is great. I mean, I know they've put up some pictures and they've put up some painting, but it's different when you see it. Now, it is plastic. I'm not sure. It feels more like a restic, which, some people like that, some people don't. Personally, I don't mind. I think restic does a great job at getting some really good detail, and the fact that it's basically assembled, and it's just the two pieces out of the package, I think is great. Yeah, overall, this is awesome. I'm gonna have some fun. I'm gonna have some fun with this one. So that is the Megalodron. If I can figure out how to put it. There we go. I was not expecting it to be so hard to put away. Let's see here. All right. Next is the scenery pack. So it is just a long, skinny box. And let's see, we get doors, both large and small. We get turrets, crates, dead heroes, consoles, and I believe these are breaches, but we'll look at these in detail. Alright, so actually, you know what? I'm going to do this a little different. Sorry for the unprofessional display. All right. So for this, I'm going to, where did I, oh, there we go. All right, so that is one of the gun turrets, and so you get 3 of these in the package. Again, these are out of the rustic style material, and pretty happy with these. They could be a little larger. Here's one of the small doors. But yeah, it looks like it's the same on both sides. I really like the detail that they've got on it, so that it's not just even the door paneling. I like the little detail that they actually got in between the panels. And here's one of the consoles. Now these I'm kind of tempted to put on some 2-inch bases, which I believe they actually use that size for Infinity, the miniatures game, when you need consoles, because they give you 4 of them, which I believe is what you need. I don't know. We'll play around with it. All right, so that was the console, and sorry for the unexpected jump cut. And we've got the large door right here, which, again, just like the single spot door, I like the detailing that it's got within the panels. Obviously, they've got some different panels going on here. Now, you'll see that there is a little bit of warping on the base of the door, which in this kind of plastic is not surprising. It's not hard to correct. Basically, what you would want to do is get a cup of water in like a coffee mug, and just heat it up. You want it boiling but not bubbling. So basically like super hot. And then you want to get another cup of ice water with it. And what you would do is you would dunk the warped portion of the model into the hot water, soften it up, then take it out and get it into a position that you like. So in this case, if you want the base a little flatter, I will be honest, this one is not a problem to me, so I will probably leave it as is. But get it to the position that you want, hold it there for a little bit, and then dunk it into the ice water. And that will harden it back to its original position. So I do have a video for that. And I will put it into the description. So if you want to check that out, just how to do some basic fixes for board game models, you could check that out. Anyway, so that is our large door. And then we've got the casualty marker, which actually that doesn't look very well. There you go. It's got some good detail. This is a human model, not one of the combined army. We've got a small container. Pretty basic, pretty simple. And then finally, we have what they call the breach token, which looks like it has a taiga creature, which I'm trying to get this on the display with both of its pieces. And so it's a little taiga creature bursting out of the floor like he's going to come and eat you. So that is all of the content from the scenery pack. Just like all of the other Corvus Belli models, I think they did really well. The detail is a little less on the plastic, but I think it still holds up. Especially when having assembled the taiga creatures in metal a couple of days ago. I think this one actually looks really good in comparison. Just so you're aware, it is a two-piece model. I am not sure, according to the rules, if you are supposed to leave it separated so that you can take things out or not, but that's what you're going to get out of the box. All right, so let's close that up and we will switch back to the overhead camera for the last package, which is the Platinum exclusive miniatures. Now, these figures are Shinobu Kitsune, the Fat Yon, Uxia McNeil, and then can't get that to focus. And this last one is Lei Gong. I'm not sure why they didn't include her in the art. So that's a little disappointing, but oh well. All right, so standard Corvus Belli cardboard box. And 4 bases. If you've been watching my assembly, you will know that I am using 3D printed bases. Take a look at a couple. So Uxia comes with a crate and her 2 arms. That is her face inside the hood. That's the back. So if you want to see the close-ups of these models, absolutely come over to the live streams. They are still archived on the channel, so you can still find them. They are in the live stream playlist. So if you don't see me live, you can always check them out later. I will just talk about random things unless there's somebody in chat. There's the Shinobu Kitsune, which that I'm really excited about because that's another ninja. If you have watched any of my other streams, I talk about how I have a JSA army, and I love the fact that I can run almost all ninjas. I think that's fantastic. We've got our Yon Yon and our Legon. So I'm actually going to save those for the live stream. But that is what you get out of all of the extra packages. Again, Corvus Belli makes quality products. I do absolutely think that you have to pay for it. I think their models are a little pricier than other miniatures games, but I don't think it's unwarranted. I think they're doing really good work, and I am excited to see what comes next. And so I'm gonna skip putting the big box up here, but thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please do give a thumbs up. If you want to see some of the other things that I'm doing, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so that you can know when I go live. And other than that, what did you think? Put it down in the comments. Do you have Infinity Defiance? What did you think of the models? Anything that you want to contribute, I'd love to hear from you. I do try to reply to all of the comments. I do at least acknowledge that they all came in. So other than that, thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you next time.